Welcome back to an episode of We Are in front of Gladis Bond. Actually, Bond. Gladis Bond. This is how you have to pronounce it. And we still have a few of those culling rabbit quests available. But Bond wants us to do other stuff, isn't it?
If news of these corruption breaches opening up everywhere is true, we need all the help we can get.
No, where can we find more support?
You've surely noticed by now the presence of the Marauders, the Syndicate, and the Covenant in town. Recently, these groups have become quite influential.
Okay, we should talk to them.
You're right, of course. Whether the Constable approves or not. After you speak with them, you'll have to choose for yourself which one will make the best ally. Oh, and do make sure to check in with me again afterwards.
And the big question is just, what kind of benefits do we get from each faction? Are they different? Are they the same? Because if they are kind of the same, right? And if there's just minimal difference between them, the color usually, then it's who are you actually going to go for? Because in the end, having a free faction system in place usually results in it turning into a two-faction system with two parties that are actually fairly strong, and there's no balance anyway. And also, are you able to change factions? I have to check that too. Anyway, let's just accept that. Speak with the Marauders, the Covenant, and the Syndicate. Great. There are 3 people around, and there is probably who's closest. Let's just go down here. That should be it. At least that should be close to the Covenant. No, wait a minute. I am on the right side of town at the moment, so I have to go forward and to the... okay. You would just think that this is just the way out, but no, there's a little crossing here. There we go. Isn't this the guy here? Yeah. I was waiting for a little icon to pop up, but that's the one. Alright, Simon Jeffrey, the Covenant.
We seek and share the inspiration of the spark. Hope is for all people, and in all people we nourish hope.
Interesting. Now, what's all this talk about the spark?
We, Covenant, uphold the sacred duty to safeguard this spark. This is the light that burns in the soul of every person. Without belief, without purpose, the spark extinguishes, and one becomes but an empty husk.
Interesting. So maybe this is the reason why one of those guys just seemed to age without dying. Very nice. So, let's just leave. So this is... I have a slight feeling that all of those Covenants don't get you that much different things. So, wait a minute. There's a Marauder Covenant guy somewhere up there, but I have no idea where they are. It's not the rich guy, isn't it? That one is somewhere else, so let's just check that. Nah, this is not the one. Where's the Marauder dude? And who's the Marauder dude? Ah, see that? There's another quest there. I wanted to figure that out. Somewhere in this bill... on top of that. Ah, right. Yeah, I checked on top of that ship before. Ah, so this is not... I thought he was some kind of like PvP person, but no. Elijah Edwin, Marauders.
You look like you still got your sea legs. Well, you'll be right at home here with us. We Marauders are pirates, but on land.
So, one of them is like hope and everything. Then we have pirates on land.
Hi, we Marauders are a hardy bunch. We see this land here is ripe for the taking, and it's going to be us ending up on top. Might may not make right, but it sure is better than having your fate decided by others.
Interesting. So this is the Freedom Folk then. Very nice. So you have your like belief and stability kind of person, which is the Covenant. Then you have the... is this it? No. This is just the mark of some... yeah. Of some other stuff here. Exactly. Or maybe the green stuff is like their faction, and then the symbol is their... the guild or something like that. Maybe this is how it's done. But anyway, there's still the Syndicate I need to talk to. So one of them goes for stability and belief. Another one goes... Let's just get the bees. I haven't seen that many honey sources rain. Anyway, and then there are the people who are just after information. Weirdly enough. There we have them. Wasn't it purple before? Anyway, Ursula long.
The Syndicate is the only lifeline out of this cesspool. I don't know if I'd be here were it not.
Interesting. Now what is it that they want? I guess the Syndicate is important to you?
The Syndicate offers only this. The pursuit of truth. Raw, bracingly code truth. If you prefer the warm blanket of denial, or the intoxicating elixir of conquest, choose another.
Interesting. In this case, I wouldn't really say that the Covenant is about denial and stuff. It's like they actually see a much greater truth there. Or at least they believe in that, right? You might consider this as some form of denial, because obviously there are some factual things that exist. And then there are some superstitious things that are interpreted by the people, right? Reasoning, basically. This is it. The question why, right? That's basically it. And this is the what kind of person. And then, yeah, we have the why, we have the what, and then we have the who, really. And this is the freedom people. The freedom people are the who, because they are the person that is free. Who does the thing? Who is it that acts? Interesting. And this is the why it acts. That's the truth. And wait a minute. Yeah, we got the who, the why, and the... Actually, there's also the YS in terms of like reasoning, but or like who, what, and why. There, well, maybe. Who knows? So now I have to talk with the Magistrate. Who? This one. Okay. Gladis bond again. But before we do that, I want to know about the setup of the different factions. The Syndicate doesn't seem to be that much present. Mostly it's the Marauders, like some over here, some over there. The Covenant is fairly much present, so in the center. But yeah, the Syndicate definitely not so much. Fairly interesting. And then you have your... Oh, so this is power. You have a top and a bottom power line up there. There's an upcoming war, which doesn't really tell you about the strengths in here. So how does that actually work? How does that work? Territory influence. Territory influence is a measure of a faction's control of a territory. By completing PvP faction missions, you contribute to your faction's territory influence. Attacking factions that reach 100%. Yeah, attacking factions that reach 100% territory influence enables a declaration of war. Attacking factions that reach 100% territory influence? Attacking factions that reach 100% territory influence enables... So, if Syndicate would attack the Covenant, then this would be a declaration of war, I think. But in this case, the Corrupted. They don't seem to be affiliated with anyone, which is weird. Then you have like the Cutlass down here. Stranger of Cutlass Keys. You're standing. Oh. So this is the title. Known we are at the moment. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. So this is like early Marauder stuff. And then you have like high level in between. 1 to 25. And then some medium stuff up here. Have to get that first. It's not... Yeah, that's actually really interesting. Is there a way for you to go from one area to the next and always stay inside one of your faction's areas? I don't think so. Like this one is the same as that one, right? And this is also just a starting area. And this is also a starting area. So there are like 1, 2, 3, 4 starting areas. And then there are a few higher ones. And then there's this stuff which is somehow not controlled by anyone. Yeah, the territory is not claimable just because of that. Very interesting. Maybe in order to make like late game stuff more feasible, because if it usually ends up with one faction being so strong that they can always uphold their position, and the opposing faction usually has not that much say in what happens, and they are basically always getting held down, and then of course people cannot utilize factions bonuses in this way. So there's always a kind of drift in player base towards the faction with the strongest people, which is kind of iffy, right? Because in the end, it's just the power and the benefits and the position that drives people to affiliate themselves with the faction, and not the faction itself. So it could be any faction. As long as they are the most powerful, then the people will draw to them, or the one that they would think wins, right? Kind of like the whole voting system. But yeah, let's just talk to Gladis Bond.
Meet with each of the 3 factions and decide which is best.
Yeah, that is... I've talked to them. I'm ready to... am I?
Sadly, in this day and age, I don't think you'll get far without aligning with one of them. Yes, the factions can be quite infantile, but as I'm sure you've noticed, they're very influential around here.
They're influential because we make them. Alright, now let's leave. So, join the Marauders or the Syndicate or the Covenant. Okay, let's give me a second. I want to figure out if you can change the factions. World faction change. There we go. You won't be able to change your faction for 120 days. Whoa, after picking one. But after that time is up, you'll want to open your character menu by K and then go to your character's bio and then change the thing there. 120 days. So 3 times a year you can change it, which is fairly long, right? Means that this choice is a very stable one indeed. Interesting. But this will, I would say that this means like no one actually goes away from a winning faction, right? Because you want benefits, right? So let's just talk to the Syndicate right now. What happens if we talk to the Syndicate, but we are in here? Oh, wait. Can you actually activate PvP? How does that work? Or does PvP can activate it at a later point in time? Wait a minute. Achievements? Journal, maybe? No. What was the thing? There's component... all companies? Yeah? No. Yeah, you have some kind of like backdrop all the time. Whatever it is. I don't think that it's completely random. Let's just see. Okay. I wanted to get to the Syndicate before, so let's just do that.
I see that inquisitive sparkle in your eye. It is the same with us all. Knowledge stands above all things. That is our code.
Yeah. Very interesting, very interesting, very interesting. The whole belief thing, also very neat. But what if I would join the Syndicate? Do we... Ah, there we go. Now we are just given a little bit of information to make the... yeah, give us more background on how that works. So why join a faction? Engage in special faction missions. Complete missions for XP, coin and faction tokens. Earn influence to determine territory control. Compete strategically against enemy factions in PvP missions and gain access to elite faction gear. Spend faction tokens on special weapons, armor, consumables. Earn ranks to unlock advanced tiers and crafting components. This is the thing. You have to unlock the the advanced stuff, and it might take a little while until your faction is able to get that much gear going. Enjoy the benefits of territory control, reduced cost for workshops and fast travel, complete town missions to upgrade the settlement. This is the thing. This is basically the problem about factions, right? if there's a benefit that you can get from one of those factions, and one of those factions is a stronger one, and people have actually a choice in what faction to choose, right? Then they are going for the strongest one. So actually going for the Syndicate right now, because of only 2 controlling areas, is a really stupid idea, right? So that's pretty iffy. Now, PvP faction war. Flagging for PvP. Flag for PvP from any settlement or outpost. Default key U. Earn additional XP when flag. Contribute to faction influence within the territory. And the territory control. Faction members of controlling faction enjoy, of course, the benefits in territory and settlement. Controlling factions reinforce control for by completing PvP faction missions, and opposing factions undermine enemies' faction control by completing PvP faction missions. Earn enough influence to challenge for territory control through a declaration of war. Like, through the declaration we can challenge the control of the territory, but we have to earn enough influence to do that first. So, faction war. 50 people versus 50 people. Siege combat at territory fortress. Utilize a variety of siege weapon to get the upper hand on your opponents. And the attacker's objective is to claim the capture point at the heart of the fortress. The defender's objective is to fend off the attackers for 30 minutes. Okay, and how often can you do this war? Because it seems that there's a certain downtime on it in order to give enough players the opportunity to first of all know that there's a faction war coming, and then they can prepare for that. And also, at which day of the week is this one happening, right? Because usually, in order for the most player base to take place in it, it would be most feasible to be at the weekends, of course. So there are also some other people. Actually, if you can decide the day, that would be amazing, right? Because then that would kind of split the player base into people that work within the week, and then others that may work on the weekends or that have a somewhat shifted schedule, right? That would be amazing. And the 30-minute window, same thing, right? Daytime, nighttime. What is it you want to do? Figure out the time for the server, and then you will be king. That would be amazing. That would give the whole thing a completely different kind of different feel. So then Monarchs, Bluffs, Windfall. This is definitely not how this is done. Territory control. Territory influence is a measure of factions' control of a territory. Complete faction PvP missions to retain control of a territory, and the factions that do not control that territory must complete PvP faction missions to enable a declaration of war. Reinforce or undermine a faction's territory. Okay, controlling factions reinforce control by completing PvP faction missions. Undermine the opposing factions. Undermine the opposing faction's territory by completing PvP faction missions within their territory. Okay, fairly simple. Both of them do faction missions, and depending on what factions you have, stuff goes on. What are those 2 bars though? Prevent other factions from completing PvP faction missions by flagging for PvP and patrolling the territory. Prevent other factions. And prevent the controlling factions from completing PvP missions by flagging for PvP and patrolling those territories. Fairly simple. You just attack them at first sight and you hope that the flagging system works. Now, the interesting thing is, I think I figured this out. The right side of these 2 bars is always the one of the faction that holds the territory. Then you have an upper and a lower bar, and both of them display the opposing factions. So in this case, there's Syndicate and Marauders opposing the Covenant, and here we have Marauders and Covenant opposing the Syndicate, and of course, the last version of it, the Covenant and Syndicate opposing the Marauders. And depending on who manages to get 100%, triggers the war, right? Because you can only have a war between 2 factions. It's not a free phase or a free faction war for control. It is only a 2-faction war for control in order to make this, I think, more non-chaotic, right? Right. because that would be just too much going on with 3 factions. Anyway, flag for PvP. Flag for PvP from any settlement or outpost. Default key U. Enabling your PvP flag grants... Oh, wait, you can only flag if you're on a settlement or outpost. That means not somewhere in the wild at random. So you have to go out there knowing what's going on. Upon leaving a settlement, you receive a 30-second timer before becoming flagged to give you the window of opportunity to go back and change it. Once the timer expires, you are free to engage flagged members of the opposing factions. Contribute to the influence war to help your faction take control of each territory by completing PvP faction missions. Keep an eye out for enemy players who are flagged and stop them from earning influence for their faction by cutting them down. Okay, so this is a, you can only attack other players who are also accepting the whole system, which is actually quite nice, because one thing I really hate in like PvP oriented games is that you just want to do your own missions and you're gonna get ground by like a bunch of people just killing others for no particular reason. But this whole thing here focuses more on the PvP missions themselves. Now, the thing is, the factions have, at least for now, for the information that's given to you by the game, absolutely no differentiating factor other than the looks and the feel, like of the symbols and whatnot. Proud warriors who fight with honor for glory and self-improvement. Through conflict, one grows in strength and skill. Clever disciples who fight with cunning for the sake of truth and progress. Pursuit of knowledge and insight at any cost. At any cost. Interesting. Now, the Covenant. Divine champions who fight with conviction for righteousness and justice. Defending the spark of hope is our sacred duty. We're going to go for the underdog, of course, because that is the most stupidest decision that you would ever do. Now, you will only be able to join a company with players of the same faction. Now, interesting. So, let's see. Your choice isn't permanent. Yeah, and you can redo this at 120 days. At least all of the information is given to you before you decide, and you can select that afterwards. We're definitely going to do that. You might want to double check the faction choices of your friends in New World. Yeah.
Now that you are one of us, you will have access to vast knowledge in time. But first, I have a challenge for you.
I'm up for a challenge.
We will see, won't we? You have joined the Syndicate because you do not wish to spend eternity wallowing in ignorance. The only question that remains is whether you have the stomach for it.
Okay, the stomach for what exactly?
The truth, of course, and the price it demands. One of our number failed in Dayspring Mills, and many research notes were lost. Recover them, and we will talk.
Alright, let's do that. Syndicate initiation, Dayspring Mills. Okay, travel to the Dayspring Mills. It's just some initiation mission and has nothing else to do. Look at that. Not the only one in the Syndicate. Thank goodness. So we have the company, all companies. Let's see. Is there a way to sort this? Why do we see the coin again? Weird. Can we click on that? Alpha chicken? So yeah, you can, I think, decide what symbol goes inside the faction, the overarching faction thing. But there's always some kind of previous color pattern that you're given. And the question is just, is it the background color that determines it? Because this one is weird. The United. That's really, really weird. Claims 1. What are the oh! Interesting. What do you actually get if one of the... Oh, and there we have the U thing down there next to the tab. So we can flag for PvP. It's enabled, disabled. And you can actually see this quite easily. The swords crossed is enabled, and if you hold it, you're ready to go. Now, what is the thing at the top right that I somehow missed to read? Damn it. There was a 10% improvement on whatnot, and I have no idea how to read this again, sadly. Is there some kind of, I don't know, like, help window or something? That would be neat. Like you have a store, the characters. Nah, whatever. There's also no faction mission. Look at that. It's just the main mission itself. So, travel to Dayspring Mills. Sure, you're on map. Where's this? Dayspring Mills is just all the way up north. And it looks like we actually have no reason to do anything rash in there. Also, what about the headgear? Is it better or not? It's actually worse, but it weighs less. So in this case, I'm gonna choose it if... actually, I'm not gonna choose it. I mean, it looks ridiculous. Well, it looks kind of neat, but I want to see the character's face too, right? It's the fashion game. Now, do we have to pay more or less? Or how does the... damn it, still nothing sold aboard. Maybe I have to sell a different variety of items. Wait a minute. So upcoming war on the war board. Wait a minute. Who's going to attack them anyway? We have that. It doesn't really say who's going to oppose them. Controlled by the Marauders, sure. The Covenant by Demon Slayer Corps. Wait. Governed, not Covenant. Maximum amount of corruption breaches present. Why is no one closing those breaches? Oh, it's a Covenant against the Marauders. Okay, I don't take part in any of those. I'm gonna undermine them. So... I'm gonna play as a cheesy bastard. Oh no, where am I gonna get those bloody hemp flowers? They're supposed to be present in the woods somewhere. So let's do that. Also have to level up the bloody life staff. Yeah, you cannot be in the same faction as people in other areas, or like in the same, yeah, not faction, company. Companies are the guilds in this game. Come on, there we go. Got it. Do I wanna harvest it now? Actually, as long as my infantry can handle it, let's just take as much as we can. It's a good preparation for us, and we have to improve our gear as well. But for me, it has to be lightweight. There we go. If you have a decent amount of space between you and the ball, whoa. There we go. You can take it down fairly easily. The nice thing about the life stuff is that life damage is something that no one actually prevents against. Or at least it says elemental... Wait a minute, it says elemental damage, doesn't it? Physical damage resistance and elemental damage resistance. What is considered to be elemental, right? How do you... Oh, brow skins. No, that one opens up. I don't care much about it. I want to get a bit deeper understanding on how the elemental and physical armor rating actually is supposed to be understood. Is it a general thing or not? How can I figure out more about certain things like that? Ah, that might be hemp, right? Nah, it's a bush. Bollocks. A random bush, though. All of them random bushes. But I'm actually at the wrong location here. I have to get further down there. What does the map say? What area am I? It's grassland. Close to the grassland. That means hemp flowers and berries most of the time. Perfect. 180 meters this way. We are very close. So we got some flint, we got more bushes again. Like these large thingies, I wouldn't have really thought of them as bushes, but alright. So, still bushes. I'm looking for hemp flowers though. Dayspring Mills City Gate. Oh, level 10. Oh, look at that. We make decent damage. If it's yellow, it's a decent. Maybe I should go for like headshots or something like that. Nope. Come on. Also, the toggle for PvP is gone. I just noticed. Oh, there's a rabbit. Got it. So rabbits live in grasslands. Good to know. A chalky rabbit because it looks chalky, white-ish. That's a nice way of describing a color. Not by labeling it with the name of the color, right? Which is very abstract and you have to know what the color means, right? But by using another object and putting it in front of that in order to describe its color. That's actually very interesting. So we got life mastery and first life thingy. Wait a minute. So if I kill this thing, I get standing and other stuff. Oh no. Oh wait. Okay, first light, no, life magic mastery and first light standing improves as well. Oh no. Damn it. Oh, come on, kill. There we go, another one. There we go, nice. Ah, sweet. Oh wait, damn it. I wanted to hit and evade, but somehow I was stuck in my animation there. Alright, do I actually see a bag next to it? Don't think so. But yeah, let's just stand a little bit further to the side of it and look at all of these rabbits walking about. There's another one dead. I mean, I see them on the little compass up there, but I don't really see them marked in-game. There are no icons present, and I like the way they did it this way. Because otherwise, it kind of takes away from the whole feel of the game if everything is full of icons and stuff. That's just weird. So, let's put another one of those weapon mastery points on the life stuff, and no longer take mana. Yeah, this is basically really good. But what I want to do is if hit an. Why didn't I do this one? Ally they gain recovery. Successfully heal an ally with an orb. Nope. It affects all allies within a 3-meter radius. When this projectile hits, it says when it hits. It does not say what it hits or what it has to hit. Heals an ally for so much of damage and deals damage when it hits an enemy. Fortify reduces incoming damage. Sure, but if I'm right next to an enemy and I have this thing active, right? Shouldn't that mean that I heal myself or gain the Fortify buff or whatever? That might be a very, very good idea. But anyway, what's the other one? When you block me... No, we don't want that. Nice stuff. Light and heavy attacks grant 45 for 3 seconds when hitting an enemy. Ah, there we go. So shoot light projectile that deals damage. There, this is nice, but all of the other stuff doesn't really work on me, right? Because I need to attach it to target and heals all. Damages to enemies, attaches to its target and heals. Or maybe I can actually use it, right? Because it kind of flings towards an enemy and back to me again if I'm close to it. But I have to figure that out first. Attack now removes 1 debuff when passing through. Okay, light attacks now heal target for 20% weapon damage when passing through ally. But yeah, I need this. Create an area on the ground that lasts so much it heals. That's actually a pretty cool spell. How much is this? 20 seconds. That's decent. So much weapon damage. Divine Embrace. Cost targets below. Nope. Second target is nope. And no longer takes mana. Yeah, that one. Let's commit to it. So, and I actually need to heal myself. Is there a way of doing that? Let's see. Okay, I can use the spell. I can throw it on the ground, but nothing happens. What if I throw it upwards? What happens then? Okay, I can throw it upwards, I can throw it downwards, but I cannot make it go towards me. That's iffy. Okay, that means rations then. Let's throw that in, wait a few seconds, and then we are full health. Righty. But this is why I'm going to go for the AoE, because I made myself a nice strategy for it. Search chest for abandoned research notes in Dayspring Mills. Now, where are the bloody things? Alright, I got 2 of those. Chalky rabbit, got it. I'm still looking for hemp flowers, or like fiber flowers in general. Like not just bushes, but anything else. There's also some chests though. Rawhide and game meat. Huh. Because we killed game. Because they were hunted for spores. Huh. That's a interesting way of looking at it. But yeah, so I'm still looking for... Okay, I have to find the chests on my own here. Why can't this flower be... Okay, let's just test it. What happens if I get this bush? I get green wood only. Alright, let's ignore that then. Bam! Damn it. So, will this enemy finally... There we go. Kind of behaves like a charged attack that I disperse every now and then. So, the chest might be inside. Bah. Got it. The sound it does, like... What was that? Okay, I'm good. I'm good. There's T and T. Oh no. Nothing happens. Okay, let's just go away. Can I... Wait, what? Why doesn't it work? Okay, that's not working. Sometimes you can traverse obstacles, but only if they are not that high. Even if you have your hands in order to pull yourself upwards a little bit. So let's take this one down. Damn it. There we go. You kind of know when the attack is going to hit you, or when it is supposed to hit you. Like they are somehow wiggling their bodies, and they're going for a charge. Then stuff's happening. Oh. There we go. Ooh, there's a dead dude. Perfect. Spear of the soldier, thank you. Alright. And we got another one. We are the life staff man because we have a life staff man. Oh no. And we cannot use abilities while falling. Interesting concept. It's kind of like using a shotgun. It goes poof. So much force behind it. It's kind of cool. So, now then, we got some supplies, and one of those might be... yeah, one of those 6 chests. It's actually a crate, at least the name. Oh. So, dawn sentencing. At dawn, we marched out to where we had left the 9 men. They had survived the night, had barely slept, but they had fought against restraints through the night. The captain, before the assembled soldiers, asked the men if they regretted their actions and represented the crime. She went through each in turn. Montes kept interrupting the others, and his apologies came so quick and fast she had to strike him to silence him. As each repented, the captain nodded, and the heretic nodded too in her... Oh. There's no way for you to... Ah... There we go. See that? If if you know that they are like wiggling their head a little bit, then you know the attack is going to happen. Anyway, as each repented, the captain nodded, and the heretic nodded too. In her shadow, he had a feral grin, as if anticipating what was to come. And then the captain struck out at each of the men, one by one, their faces frozen in shock at the suddenness of the attack, until the bodies fell still. 9 crewmen dead. I asked if we should cut their restraints, and the captain said no. And glancing at the heretic, who nodded, she said they must remain. Again with Velasquez. There's another enemy up here, as usual. Whoa. Can I force him into, like, melee combat? Interesting. Very interesting. And there's one of the other supply crates. Perfect. Toughened leather helm. Nice. So this is how you get good stuff. These things, the withered, they do not die. Rather they do, but they come back more mindless and ravenous than before. The bounty of this land means that fewer are required to farm. True, but even more are needed for defending the village. When one is brought down, it vanishes quickly. The island reclaims its own, it seems, but the returns within just a short time. We do not have the manpower to encircle the village with a sturdy wall or even a defensive palisade. Their number continues to grow, and I fear we will be pushed aside for too long. I can only hope the settlement has space enough for us to return when that day comes. Interesting. It's a nice way of explaining the respawn mechanic of those pesky enemies. Ah. There we go. And another one. Perfect. Just need to figure out their movement, and you have to kind of get a feel for the fight, really. Yeah, because then only then will you be able to fight those creatures. See that? Bam. He charges forward mindlessly. There we go, followed by an attack. Very interesting. It's not that they charge forward and then they charge at you again. It's very direct. Fascinating. So what is this thing? It might be one of those cursed plants or so. Who knows? Alright, the other one down here already respawned. So how does one of those... It's probably corrupted, is it? Yeah, bright root, whatever. There's the flint and the boulders again. Damn it. Yeah. You should not overdo it with the attacks. Because you cannot evade at the last moment. Like, the game doesn't override actions like that. So, let's see. Another one for the abilities. We're not strengthening this thing, at least not now. I have no idea how that works. Less heavy attacks around 45, that's cool. This stuff is not so cool. I just want the next best ability here, which is this one. And I'm going to shift it to the side. Stamina and mana, 100% faster while it's... Ooh, that's actually quite useful. While allies are in sacred ground, they are healed for 50% more from all healing. Oh, that's good. So that... Wait. From all healing, including the sacred ground itself? That's just kind of weird. But this says allies, right? Who or where are the allies? Anyhow. Ah. So, where could all... Ah, probably in those huts, right? Wait. Ah. Oh, I have to place it first, okay. I cannot be killed. Nope. The problem with the charge attacks is that You cannot hold them indefinitely. Like there's a certain maximum time. See that I'm holding, still holding, but the attack happened. It's not that it ends up at a charged state and you're free to aim whatever. It's just slightly longer attack. And there we go, we get hem. So this is how it looks like in this game. Great. Of course, it only grows in a very, very dangerous kind of area, but alright. I have to turn this into linen somewhat. It probably goes into linen the same way all of the other resources are turned into usable resources. 1 to 4 basically. Like same goes for trees, or 4 to 1, not 1 to 4. So you need like 4 green wood, what was it? What it was called? To turn it into timber. Same probably for the linen. And I think it's also the same for iron, but you also need coal as well, I believe. Alright, okay, wasn't evading there. My bad. Alright, and there's the other one again. You know what? I can just stand here and bombard it until it's dead. No need for me to evade at all. Just take the damage. Oh, wait a minute. Actually, taking the damage might not be a good thing because of one interesting problem. The durability thing. This is at 365. Yeah, let's just fight against one more enemy to let ourselves get hit, and then we can check if the durability does change. Let's look at the headpiece. 368. Damn it. Oh, so if we get hit, we of course take a little bit of damage there. But what I can do is at least try to, yeah, evade to the side, inside the circle of healing. So I can get healed if anything goes south, but there we go. We lost 1 durability in there. So this is something that you should keep in mind. Durability loss is definitely an issue in here. Even if you could take the damage, you cannot take durability damage for too long. But I would say like an awful lot of enemies you can fight at the same time. The problem is that some games give you durability damage when you die and not when you fight. So at least in this way you're kind of secured and a bit more free in how to fight. But yeah, let's just use the circle of healing, not for like singular enemies like this, because I have to set it first too. But only use it for very dangerous situations, like attacking multiple enemies at once, or really. Anyway, attacking multiple enemies at once, or just healing in between combat, right? So I don't need to use like rations all the time. Damn it. Now I'm diseased. Not cool. Hey, we got a cabbage. It can be harvested like all the other stuff. Oh, level 3. Interesting tier. But yeah, I have to get a few more of those chests though. I think the first one that I'm gonna craft is a fishing line, just in case. Now then, what's this, maze? Maybe. No, that was close. One, two, evasion. 1, 2, evasion, attack. 1. No. I was too regular for that. You have to adjust it, of course. Anyway, how long until I get the next weapon mastery point? I'm halfway through. And the next one is definitely this one here, with a cooldown. But it only says it reduces it for light attacks, and therefore we are not going to charge up anything anytime soon anymore. We're going to hammer them with the cooldowns. So... And another one done. So, number 4 out of 6. Just a few more of them. Hey, another rabbit. Ah, there's a bit too much maze down here. I have to go back to the hemp field. Yeah. Maybe aiming a little bit better might be a very good idea too. So now, oh, there we got one. Sometimes I really hate hitboxes like that. Huh. Oh no, okay. Do not use up stamina too much. Don't evade like crazy. Alright. Their movement is always the same. Like the way they turn around corners is the same for a zombie and a boar. They go forward and then they have a certain radius, or a certain radius that they can turn, and then they move around. They don't turn around and charge at you. They move forward and turn, therefore drawing a little bit of a circle there. And then they charge at you. So this behavior is always the same, it seems. Very interesting. Oh, actually something very interesting happened there too, because I think you can utilize the abilities in between attacks. So you're not bound by that as well. Or at least you can use it after an attack, instead of before an attack. Like that, see that? I was a little bit quicker than usual. There we go, we get another one. So, what would happen if I would use the ability followed by... Yeah, there's still a certain downtime there. Alright, and another one. Now, let's just check out those houses. One of them may really have another chest inside. And charge to the side. Alright, got it. Last one. Oh, void metal. Sweet. Ooh. And another one. And another one. Got it. Oh, level 14 and... No, only the level up, sadly. You get 1 XP for the small game. Perfect. So, anything else in those houses though? Nah, not really. Ooh. Not really my ass. The lucky ones. Some perished during the voyage, others while breaking through the storm surrounding the islands. Our ship was damaged, but limped onward and found a friendly settlement to take us in. Dayspring Mills was a bustling village. Everyone contributed their work and produced to carve out a new life in this land. Crops would mature seemingly overnight. Animals brought down in the hunt would seemingly repopulate within just a few days. Here in Eternum, the days of hunger, famine, of hoarding food to make it through the winter are all long gone. We are the lucky ones. Yeah. Oh. Oh no, it's 2 of them. Sadly, I don't have an AoE effect here. Okay, we got one. Oh no! Whoa. Ah, bollocks. I'm not in sync with the enemy anymore. I was a bit off there. Wait. Wanted to get that thing. There we go. So, is there something more to read? Probably. There, nice. Good. Hey, got it. The durability of this stuff is going down dramatically. That's a bit weird. Maybe it's similar to the hatchets. But the hatchet, at least... I think it's this issue here. Wait a minute. I have stuff's over there. 887. 886. Damn it. So a hatchet is actually better in terms of utility when it comes to long range damage, because firstly, also I think bows work the same way. I don't know if bows actually lose their ability or not, but what I want to say about that, the weapon degrades in durability even if it uses up mana as well, right? That makes no sense. I mean, mana is the resource we are utilizing with the stuff. It is not durability. The axe can utilize durability, sure, because at one point it has to stop. But in this case, if there's no mana, then the life stuff doesn't work anymore. That's just a bit iffy. Giving you 2 ammunition types that you have to manage. But in the end, I think what you have to have is like a secondary life stuff, or like a secondary weapon period available. And, oh, that might be the rest for the lucky ones, isn't it? Nice. Cool. Ah, damn it. Okay, you can roll to the side, but you should not roll forwards. Or like diagonally. Wasn't there another enemy? Anyway, the Reddick was the one who suggested the execution, I'm sure of it. Perhaps he suggested it so that the captain would not waste gunpowder, but no. I think the reason darker than that, the mutineers were brought forth. La Coran was praying. Montes was apologizing to the captain, begging for forgiveness. The others, including Alvaro, seemed resolved. Among the crew, we were silent. None of us wanted to join the men on their walk. When he realized his fate, Montes broke into tears. By now, we'd known the rumor of the Isle's power, whether it was due to the Azov or something else. We did not know, but any who died on Eternum seemed to have some divine chance to return. Reborn upon the morrow, perhaps sooner, the ghosts of the bay were proof we had seen it with our own eyes. As ghastly as the scene was, it made me wonder if the executioners was perhaps some sort of test of the Isle's properties. Not merely an execution, I thought again, but of the madman had said to Alvaro, and I saw Alvaro realize the same. Interesting. But why kill so many people? Okay, let's just run. That might be a good idea. The question is just, how long do you need to run until... Ooh. Gravity is not working the same way here. Whoa. Nice. Okay. Got it. It's not the kind of dual wield that I'm after, but alright. So, let's get ourselves another perk for the life stuff. Which one? You and all group members within 100 meters are healed for 50% weapon damage. Sweet. When you hit with a light attack, yeah, that's that. When you heal an ally with less than 50% health, life stuff's ability cooldowns are reduced by minus 10%. Can only happen every so on. Alright. Interesting. When you heal an ally with less than 50% health. So if I'm... let's hope that an ally also means that I am supposed to be the beneficiary of it. Because that would be amazing. But I think that the wording here might be very precise when it comes to that. And I hate games that differentiate allies and you being afflicted by all of this stuff. That's just me. I don't know if the cooldown was actually that potent or not. Like 5% each time we attack. That means like 10%, which would result in like 1 second or so. Yeah. Maybe we can shave like 1 second every so on. You can feel the reduction of cooldown most on... Ah. There. Ooh. Oh no. Ah, there we go. Got it. It still feels kind of like you're wielding a shotgun with this one. That's strange. Oh wait, that could be a chest inside this burnt down building. There we go. And to the side again. Nice. Oh, wait a minute. So if I stand a little bit further to the side, then the projectile won't hit me, will it? Yeah, look at that. Oh no. It will definitely hit me. Oh, yes, it did. Easy mode. So then, what do we have in here? Some loot. Perfect. Loot is good. Now, I still need to get a bit more of those hemp flowers. Where is the bloody hemp when you need it? Why does it only grow on the fields though? Okay, let's heal ourselves right now. Does the... Nah, you need to hit an enemy with it, I think. What's the exact wording on it though? When you hit with a light attack, there we go, reduces all your cooldowns by 5%. The thing is, it reduces all your cooldowns by minus 5%. Why don't you just say 5%? Reducing your cooldowns by minus 5% would imply that it increases the cooldowns instead. Because the word reducing and minus are kind of like the same. Okay, 3 enemies might be a bit much now. Sadly, I can only attack like 1 enemy at a time with the life stuff. So, damn it. Yes, we got one. Okay. Oh, no. I have to get into the field. No! Oh, come on, I hate aiming sometimes. Okay. Damn it. Now what happens if you die, though? All the equipment in your inventory was damaged upon death. Sure. Bollocks. The nearest one is, of course, nearest settlement, Iona Fairfax. Nearest settlement, First Light. Well, both of this is it. So you can either resurrect at the inn, or you can resurrect at the nearest settlement, or you could resurrect at the nearest, what was it? The nearest campsite. So always have a campsite nearby that you're going to make, and then you have it easier. Obviously. Jesus. Anyway, I might at least have culled a decent amount of rabbits now, did I? 1. What's the next one? An elk. Acquire and deliver 90 stone. How much stone do I have though? don't think that I have 90. Also, do I need to cut it first or not? But yeah, 90 stone is a decent amount. Let's just keep that one. 3 elk? Nah. That's not that beneficial for us. So, the map. Is it 30 standing? Which one do we go for? Of course, gathering speed. But the increase again, it's not that high, is it? There we go. Now I can click on it. It's a bonus of 2.8. And like it started at 5% and now it's at 2.8. So, the crafting. Oh, now I know why increased crafting fee might be beneficial. Very interesting. Because the crafting fee might be different depending on your faction, isn't it? But how do I know the fees of certain areas, though? I mean, doesn't it... Ah, the settlement. I think this is where you see the numbers. Declaration of war, sure. Smelter and so on. There we go. Crafting fee low. Refining fee low. Property tax also low. Then we have the trading thing. You will no longer earn influence in this territory until war has been resolved. All other faction missions, rewards like XP and gold are still available. Sure. Siege war, there we go. Between 9 PM and 9:30 PM. Does it happen every day? I think so. Yeah, if it happens every day, then it would actually give everyone a decent-ish opportunity to do PvP. Otherwise, you're kind of screwed. So, Ursula Long, where is she? The Syndicate person. Let's just finish this mission. Ah, I have 34 stone that I can bring up there. Decent amount. Oh, and I also got some hemp. Where am I going to turn this into linen? Hemp and linen. This is not hemp and linen. I mean, I have to go to the weaver. Also, since when is there another well here? There are 2 wells. There's one of them here. Maybe there's a 3rd one next to the Syndicate person too. There's another one down here. Look at that. So you can get some milk, some honey, and a little bit of water every now and then. Collect it, so you don't have to go into the water stand there. Alright, yeah, this was the outfittery. You don't care that much about it. We have to get the linen first. So, let's max that. Oh, damn it. I was looking at the taxes. That would have been a very interesting thingy there. Let's see, outfittery. Can we... Sadly, we cannot compare the item itself towards the stuff that we wear at the moment. Oh, we need. Can craft with my skill, can craft have materials. That's a nice way of doing that. Is actually better than the stuff that you wear would be a good one. Leather armor. No, leather armor is not going to help me that much because I have to be mobile. What about this one? Cloth. Oh, it's so close. Get to be kidding. But I don't get the minor rune of holding yet. Where do we get it from? Faction shop. Oh. So it has nothing to do with the guild? Factions then. Good. Okay, we're not going to make anything in here. Because I have no idea if the faction shop gets available now. Yeah. You cannot gather this because you're not Marauder. But it's only a general supply crate. It does not differentiate. Or it does differentiate between the supply crate over here and all of the other stuff. But this is a nice bonus and one of the reasons why you should affiliate yourself with the strongest faction and not do something so stupid as I do right now. Definitely not helpful. So, what do we have here? 38. Okay, that might be still fairly low. Let's get some coarse leather here. Alright, wait a minute. Does this number change somehow? No, it's still 13. Is there a way to... I think it's Constitution, isn't it? This one right here. Logging speed, all health consumables are 20% stronger? Yes. Increases max health by 10% of your physical armor. That's also kind of mean, right? You have a decent amount of physical armor and then you get even more health. But this only works for physical armor. There's no elemental resistance there, is it? Critical hit damage. Yeah, chance for 1 Ace when harvesting. Oh, come on. This intelligence stuff with the Ace that's cheap. Decrease in weight of harvesting. What else we got? Bonus mana pool. Healing output. Carry weight of fish. Duration on casted buffs. Alright. Mana on any self or group kill. Neat. When your mana hits 0, gain bonuses. Cooldown reduction for in-fast travel. Well, the thing is, it's only 10%, right? And 10% mean for like a 1 hour in-travel thing, means that it's 6 minutes that gets reduced. So you end up with like 54 minutes afterwards. 15% bonus elemental damage. Mana after a dodge. Come on. Duration to damage over time spells. Yeah, all of this increases damage by so many points. Whereas this one only focuses on healing. But alright. I'm still gonna maximize the shit out of it. I'm gonna be a fisherman. So. Anyway, what was I? 10% physical improvement. So to crit damage take, or minus percent to crit damage taken. Decrease in weight of locked items. Nope. Increase to armor, but only to the amount, I think. Damage reduction when full. Oh, the logging stuff again. No. Okay, maybe it's strength then. Damage to melee weapons, light attacks. Chance to crit. Damage to light and heavy magic attacks. So 50 intelligence points might be decent for the life stuff as well. Because it says light and heavy magic attacks. This is magical, isn't it? So this one would benefit from it, even if the intelligence scaling is not present. To critical hit damage. Okay, to elemental damage. Also, is this elemental? Yes. No? That's weird. I have to know more about the elemental damage and how what is considered to be elemental. Dodges lost, or what was it? Lost less stuff there. What about that one? Committed points 5, equipment 1. Oh, that's a nice differentiation. Item buffs too. Like there's equipment and item buffs. What's the difference? Stamina damage from melee attacks decrease. What? In weight of mind items? Nope. Damage on stunned enemy. Stamina returns faster while performing light and heavy attacks with a melee weapon. Aww. Light and heavy attacks with melee attacks gain grit. Light and heavy. Oh, come on. Guarantee critical hit after a dodge roll. Can only trigger once every 10 seconds. Bonus crit hit once done. No. There doesn't seem to be a way of changing your carrying weight though. That's a bit strange. But anyway, so let's talk to Ursula to finish the mission.
The notes. Let's see them. Yes. Using these, we can recreate our experiments.
Okay, what kind of experiments you talk about?
Oh, you will learn soon enough. Yes, I believe you will be a fine addition to our circle.
Huh.
I greet you in wisdom and mutual respect, fellow scholar.
And why did you give me this die?
I greet you in wisdom and mutual respect, fellow scholar.
Damn it, I think I clicked something by accident. Join outpost rush, damn it.
I greet you in wisdom and
what is this?
Respect.
Join a solo player? Join with your group. Oh, okay. So this is one of those high level things. Outpost rush is a 20 versus 20 match that takes place on a large island with 3 outposts. Players compete to capture and hold these outposts for as long as possible, increasing their team's score. Basically a battleground. Capture and hold outposts to increase the team's standing. First team to reach a score of 1000 wins. Utilize special resource on the island to attack and defend. So, open faction board. How does that work now? Whoa. Can I open this only here or also somewhere else? Anyway, that's the first slide. Ongoing war between two different factions. The territory is governed by the Marauders. Okay, so we have like adapt at the moment. We need a bit more reputation. Buy rewards. Wait. 37 available. So this is a faction stuff there. A Syndicate Adept Longsword. Nice. Okay. Minor Rune of Holding. So this is where you get it. So you need 1000 of it. So you need to do... oh yeah. So you need to improve the state of the faction and also gain some faction resource... come on, faction currency in here to make that work. Occultist Seal, what's this? Use at the blacksmith and outfitting station to change the attributes of Syndicate faction armor to intelligence and constitution. Ooh. This process is permanent and will destroy any socket gems. Interesting. Okay. Use at the blacksmith and outfitting station to change the attribute of a Syndicate faction armor to focus on constitution. Oh, so there is always something in constitution, I think. Dexterity in constitution. Then there's probably strength in constitution. So there's always one thing in constitution. I was kind of hoping for it to be at least also with other effects there, thank goodness. So it's not yeah, faction dependent. Anyway. Look at how many points you get for that. That's nice. It also looks cool. Definitely gonna go for that one. But that one looks so cool too. Look at that. But the weight, man. The weight. How am I gonna carry that? Okay, we got the fire stuff. Where's my life stuff though? Can buy some arrows from them? Sure. Fire stuff. Life stuff. There we go. So this stuff always has the same shape at the top there. Scrivener. Okay, so this is like somewhat higher level. No. Unable to buy because of the... there's a minimum level requirement there as well. Strange. Chronicles. Alchemist, that's the highest one. Nice. What is this chisel? Does it can be purchased at any faction one? Used to craft tuning orbs, which allows access to expeditions. Alright. Anyhow, what else do we have here? The Syndicate has identified Chef Paul Gyros to be a target for elimination. Prove your cunning by tracking them down in hilltop encampment and destroying them. Is this a... Nah. Difficulty solo. So this is not really a PvP thing, it's a PvE. Yeah, this is PvP. it's right there. PvE. This is nice, so you don't have to be part of the PvP stuff in order to help out the faction. That is nice. Thank goodness. So, gather intel. Retrieve important experimental data. Wait for instructions. But this says PvP. That's weird. Wait for instructions. That's not helpful. Syndicate influence goes up by a lot. Oh, yeah, the influence goes up, sure, because... But no, wait a minute. I think the influence does not change if there's a war present, right? Yeah, faction influence in this territory will not change. So doing this and this and this mission at the moment is completely useless. You can do this instead. Also, the PvP stuff has much better rewards than the PvE ones. Yeah, nice. So, the Syndicate has identified Chef to be a target of elimination. Sure, let's just start that. All of those. Has learned that there's a cache of valuable items, yes, and operatives need sustenance to continue their work. Hunt a Mulberry Hills and get some grey wolves. Good. And bring back what you find. Bring back what you find in the grey wolf area. The spot is of strategic importance, so let it fall into enemy hands. Yeah, we don't care that much about it. Let's just help the Syndicate out a little bit. Assassination, procure, and hunt rabbits. I would actually say that the color for Syndicate missions should be a little bit different. like main missions is always like yellowish, then Syndicate or Marauder or like whatever kind of missions should be the color of the specific covenant, which makes a bit of a problem with the covenant faction, not in the color of the covenant but in the color of the faction. So you can have a green and a purple one, but you cannot have a yellow one because that one would interfere with the main mission a little bit. Maybe the sign could be a different one too. Or maybe that's the reason why it's a circular thing. Who knows? So let's just put everything in the stash that we don't need. So let's go for that one. A little bit of that, a little bit of that, and this, and all of this. Don't really know what I'm gonna do with the die though. And everything in the inventory, including every item that has not been equipped. It's damaged at the moment, so how am I going to repair that now? There is a... Isn't there a repair all? There we go. You don't have enough repair kits and or repair parts to repair all of your equipment. Okay, how am I going to do that now? The only way of doing that would be to salvage items in order to get repair kits. There. Repair parts are a unique resource used to repair items. Repair parts cannot be traded, sold, or purchased. To receive more salvage weapons and armor items you no longer need. Weapons and armor I no longer need. The other way would be to smelt weapons and armors I no longer need. But for in order to do this, you have to get the specific resources there, like rawhide and why don't I have any more rawhide? Okay. Damn it. I turned it into leather, like all of it. So in order to make a wooden longsword, you need the rough materials. That's a nice one at least. Okay, let's see. Maybe I can do something else here. Let's see. Maybe I can make some of those weapons. Treated wood bow. No, I don't want to sacrifice the linen for it. As Eigen. This again. So we have flint, greenwood, and feathers. Well, feathers are a bit iffy to get though. Oh, yes. The fishing pole. Why not? Some linen. The good fishing pole. What's so special about it though? Required level 5 to 7. Maximum cast distance. So the cast distance is different. But other than that, it doesn't do much. Potential gear score. That's not helping. What about better fishing poles? They should be somewhere at the bottom. Unlearned, yes. Fishing pole. Obelisk, guard. Oh, no. Come on, where's the other fishing pole stuff? Logging axe, fishing pole. There we go. What's its difference? It has some perks, and you can cast it further again. So, the musket, the lookout, powerful incense. Then we got the mahogany stuff. Where's the bloody thing again? Fishing knife, harvesting tool, bow, musket. Wait a minute. Fishing pole. There we go. 150. So, yeah, the cast distance goes up and the perks go up as well. So, at the beginning, the cast distance goes up. And then there is a change in perks. So, this one has 2 perks at 50. And what else we got? This one has 1 perk and slightly increased stuff. So I'm going for the one with the slightly higher values right now. Let's just craft that. Let's see what kind of perk we get for it. No perks. Okay, it has a low chance for perk. This is what it means. Nice. Okay, at least now I have 1. Nice. Okay, what am I going to do now? Ranged weapons. Linen. No, I don't want to waste linen on it. There's only this way of making sure that it works, right? This one uses metal. Oh, come on. Like, either use up linen, or you use up iron ingots, but there's no other way around it. Oh, come on. At least now I can utilize it though. Boom. Nice. That's just the Ace of stuff that I still have no... I can equip it though, right? So that means I might be able to make one somewhere. Azov seems magical, so this is not where I will find it, I think. Okay. So items in your stash are not getting damage. It's only this stuff here that I'm carrying, right? Interesting. Let's move this away, and... oh, this one is good. This one not so much. Ah, bonus of strength. Oh, nice. Let's move that, and... ooh, okay. Can I? Yeah, I'm not quite sure. Constitution and focus. Oh, focus, yes. Focus, absolutely. Okay, let's see. Physical 151. 151. So I have to be better than 151 in order to make that work. 151. Ah, there we go. I'm not better than 151 at the moment. That's not good. Still not better? Damn it. 151. Because this gear is heavy, that's why 151. Don't want to be medium. What was the difference here? While wearing medium weight armor, your dodge is a quick hop. You deal 10% bonus damage and healing. Oh, crowd control debuffs you apply to that. You deal 20% bonus damage and healing. Okay. More damage and healing is always better. Your block stability is increased by so much. Crowd control debuffs are applied to you. Last 20%. Wait, what? Crowd control debuffs you apply. Ah, there we go. But I don't care that much about crowd control. I care more about damage itself. I don't want to be medium. No, 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 no. I have to change that again. This is... no. The thing is, the headpiece is so much better, but I can't really use it, which is really annoying. Not even with, like, more lightweight armor like that. Actually, yes, I can. But now it is... see that? The physical went down to 142. Now it's at 151. So the resistances are a bit better now. It's just that this one has more constitution and more focus overall, right? That's so stupid. What's better, getting more points or not? If they scale, right, that means I deal more damage. Let's just think about it this way. Yeah, I need to improve that. So 151, 122. Then this, yeah, I could change maybe. 55, 80 something. And the boots are definitely too heavy. So what else do I have? This thing here, that could work. It's 3.5, 3.5 all the time. Do I have something else? 2.3. Nah, it's still medium, damn it. Okay. So how do I put this equip store shift? Yeah. Let's place that in there. I really don't have anything else there, right? And, that's iffy. Really iffy. Like, look at... wow. Like, everything beyond 23 is heavy until you reach, like, 50 or so. That means it doesn't matter how much you have, as long as you're somewhere here. Wow. But there's this little window of medium and the slightly easier to hit window of that. Oh, come on. Anyway. We get better stats now. We look ridiculous. How am I gonna do that? Life stuff, yeah. Scale the focus. Maximum health is 116. Okay. And the life staff is 79. Yeah, 79, 1106. $79, 1106. Okay, so there's a little bit more health there. The difference between 77 and 79, does it make that much of a difference? I don't know. But if you think about it, Do I need higher resistances? No, I only need more stats. Right? That's the only thing I care much about. Alright. So, complete missions, sure. Complete a faction mission and report back to the Magistrate, sure. Now, where can those missions be finished? They're really far away. Really far away. I mean, I can finish them, I believe. And this is where I died. Wait a minute. If I go back there, will it be possible for me to get my items back? That would be neat. I have to check that. Alright. What about my inventory? 60. Yes, I am low. Not that low. Wait a minute. I have to get that magical ore on that. Also, all of this stuff has to be placed in there. Let's only have like game meat or something. Only a little bit in order to make rations. Now we should be good. Yeah. Alright. And on another note, I can also try to maybe fish a little bit. Yeah, why not? But fishing and also this faction mission also we definitely do in the next episode. Until then, like and subscribe. Ta-ta.